Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Yesterday, I was talking about making decisions, and I'm going to talk a little bit more today about the importance of making a decision. Once you make a decision, once you decide where you're going, what you want to do, what you want to become, once you make the decision, you will find all the people, all the resources, and all the ideas you need every time. Have you decided what you really want? Decide right now with where you are, with whatever you've got, that you're going to go after that bold dream, that you're going to do whatever it takes to become the person that has the goal. Most people never master this important aspect of life, and they permit their resources to dictate if and when a decision can be made. Once you make a decision, you will find all the people, resources, and ideas you need every time. If that is the only benefit you receive from this particular message on decision making, I want you to burn it into your mind because it will change your life. Whether you want to or not is the only consideration. That's what Bob Proctor taught. The only thing that matters is, do you want it? You can energetically and authentically decide what you really want and get emotionally involved. And of course, if it's a big, beautiful goal, something that you've had maybe a desire in your heart for years and you kept putting it away because other people would say you're crazy, it's not logical, it's not realistic, start out with some powerful questions. What do you really want? Paint a picture of something that you would love to bring into reality. The picture that I have on my slide is a little portion of Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh, and he said, I dream my painting and then I paint my dream. That takes relaxing, that takes getting into a creative spirit, that takes tapping into spirit. When you shift your thinking, release any doubt, any resistance, any guilt or shame or worry. You can even release the dreaded how. You don't have to know how. There are all kinds of people who will say that what you want is absurd. You just can't decide to do something if you don't have the necessary resources. Bob Proctor would say, well, that's fine if that's the way they choose to think. We think that's a very limited way of thinking. In truth, it's probably not thinking at all. It's very likely an opinion that was inherited from another member of their family who didn't think either. Thinking is very important. Decision makers are great thinkers. Do you ever give consideration to your thoughts? How they affect the various aspects of your life? There's very few people who control or attempt to govern their thoughts. We have somewhere between 60 and 90,000 thoughts a day, and most of them are on repeat. If you've ever studied any of the great thinkers, the great decision makers, anyone who has achieved anything of greatness in history, you know that they very rarely agreed on anything when it came to the study of human life, but they all agreed that we become what we think about. What do you think about? We must realize that our thoughts ultimately control every decision that we make. You are the sum total of your thoughts. The results that you have in life are based on your past thinking, the way you feel about life, and the actions that you've taken. By taking charge of your thoughts this very minute, you can guarantee a better future. You can guarantee that you're going to have a good day. You can decide that you're going to refuse to let unhappy, negative people or circumstances affect you. Bob Proctor said the great stumbling block you will encounter when making important decisions in your life is your current circumstances. And we let circumstance get us off the hook when we should be giving it everything we've got. Most dreams are shattered and goals lost because of circumstances. Instead of saying, I would like to do this or have that, but I can't because, catch yourself when you say because. Because is a circumstance. Circumstances may cause a detour in your life, but you should never permit them to stop you from making important decisions. The great Napoleon said, circumstances, I make them. I want to suggest that you start to live from a higher frequency, that you get into a place of knowing that what you truly want is available to you. I want you to think of what you would be doing in your life if you had all the money, all the resources, all the time to accomplish something that you really desire. When you have a vision of a better way of life, instead of limiting yourself, you can get into daydreaming. Have a beautiful vision of how you would like to live. And instead of letting it go because you can't see how it's going to happen and let your vision go, let's get inspired to start believing in that vision. Let's take a deep breath in and let that go. If you want to have a healthy, fit, active body, you would make an advanced decision that you're not going to drink, you're not going to smoke, you're not going to have that piece of chocolate cake. You just decided that having a healthy, fit, active body is more important. Get into feeling what it feels like to have a fit, active, healthy body. You feel better, you look better, your clothes fit better. You don't have to force yourself to go to the gym or exercise because that's just part of who you have become. It feels so good to be able to walk without huffing and puffing, to move with agility, to keep up with children or grandchildren, to go on tours around the world, seeing what you want to see, doing what you want to do, feeling great. Your life is so important, and you have the potential to do anything you choose and do it well, but you must make decisions. And when the time for a decision arrives, you must make your decision where you are with what you've got. William James and Thomas Edison. William James suggested that compared to what we ought to be, we are making use of only a small part of our physical and mental resources. We can live far beyond our individual human limitations that have been taught and programmed into us by previous generations. You have powers of various sorts that you can start to tap into, start to use. Thomas Edison said, if we all did the things we are capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. Dr. Abraham Maslow, who devoted his life to studying self-actualized people, stated very clearly that we should follow our inner guide and not be swayed by the opinion of others or outside circumstances. Maslow's research showed that decision makers had a number of things in common. They did work they felt was worthwhile and important. They found work to be a pleasure, and there was little distinction between work and play. Do you love the work that you do? Do you find purpose in everyday tasks? Serving from your heart, feeling great about what you do? Dr. Maslow said to be self-actualized, you must not only be doing work you consider to be important, you must do it well and enjoy it. Dr. Maslow recorded that superior performers had values. They had qualities in their personalities that they considered to be worthwhile and important, and their values were not imposed on them by society, by parents, or other people's opinions. They made their own decisions. They chose their work, they developed their values, they decided what they wanted to do, and they went out and did it no matter what the masses of people thought. The greatest minds of the past are available to you. You can literally learn how to turn your wildest dreams into reality. You have limitless resources. You have greatness within you. You've been endowed with potential and ability, talents that are waiting to be developed. H.L. Hunt said, decide what you want, Decide what you're prepared to give up to get it. Set your mind on it and get on with the work. And Thomas Carlyle said, go as far as you can see. When you get there, you will see how you can go further. You won't know every step of the way. The first step is to allow yourself to get still, to decide, what do you want? What lights you up? What do you think about that would feel so wonderful? Some people create vision boards. Some people just put a picture on their cell phone. I encourage you to write down what it is that you really want. And as you get in touch with that picture, when you live from a higher frequency, when you get into the spirit of it's already done, you can practice this so much that it feels more real than reality. The law of attraction responds to what's going on in your subconscious mind. The law of attraction brings you who you are. So if you decide that you really want something, you have to practice feeling what that would be like, seeing it in your mind, getting so detailed about what does it look like, what does it feel like, envisioning it and actually embodying your vision. That takes practice, that takes daily getting into a feeling of well-being. If you're not driving, if you're sitting by yourself, I just want you to bring your vision to the screen of your mind. Do you have a beautiful goal? Something that makes your heart skip a beat? Something that is exciting and fun? Maybe it's so big it scares you because you have no idea how it could happen. You just know you want it. Take a deep breath in and let that go. Take another deep breath in and allow your body to relax. There's something that is near and dear to your heart that makes you happy when you think about it. You cherish this picture. How would it feel? How would your body feel if you brought your vision into reality? There's something that you truly desire, whether it's a trip, a love life, purposeful work, running a business. It doesn't matter what it is. You know in your heart there's something that your spirit is meant for. Your spiritual side is embodied in a physical body. You want to have your physical body just resonating with that place of already experiencing your vision. Any of the plots, plans, ideas will come to you with ease as you get into the spirit of that vision. Your vision is not greedy, it is the universe looking for expansion and fuller expression. Get into the habit of feeling good and imagining your life happy, healthy, purposeful. You might feel shivers running up and down your spine. You're so in alignment with that beautiful vision. And visioneering, when you just sit still and visualize, bring a picture of what you truly desire into your mind and feeling it so emotionally. You truly begin to create your world through the effective use of your imagination. You start to get ideas come to you, and you create and hold the image of what you truly desire. When you make a decision on what you really want, the universe conspires to make it happen. Get into the feeling that it's so real that when you open your eyes, it's a shock that it's not already here. When you enjoy your vision on the imaginary plane, the spiritual plane, the invisible plane, and you get so in tune with that that you can feel it through every cell of your being, that's when ideas start to come to you. That's when all the plans, plots, and ideas that you need are attracted to you. You start to attract the people that you need to help you. Your goal might be so big, so beautiful, so all-encompassing that you couldn't possibly do it alone. And that's where the universe will step in and do the heavy lifting for you. People will show up that share your vision. Maybe they're working on the same thing and you can collaborate. When you get into that feeling of it's yours, it's done, you have the feeling of gratitude for this being your life. I want you to take that feeling and write it down. Write it down as if whatever your dream is, whatever your big goal is, whatever you want to work towards, it's here, it's now, it's finished. It's already done in your mind. You already know what it feels like. It's planted in your heart. And as you get into that energetic feeling, you start to attract to you everything that you need to complete that vision, that goal, that picture. A big, beautiful vision, getting into the spirit, tapping into the energy of gratitude. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take or whether anyone else says it's impossible. What do you really want? What lights you up? The law of attraction responds to what's going on in your subconscious mind, what your dominant thought patterns are, how you feel most of the time, your behaviors. Shift into that feeling of, thank you, it's done. I know it's mine. It's here, it's now. As you start to get into that feeling of well-being, you create what's on your heart, what's in your mind through your physical being. You're going to start to take different actions, and then different results show up. That's how you get what you really want. You become the person that has the goal. That means thinking from, what do you really want? As you think and feel and get energetically involved, you start to attract everything that you need. That's how everything in the world has been created. Ideas come to you from out of the blue. Create a wonderful day. Enjoy your day to the fullest. For my clients, I'll see you back here at 9 o'clock to talk about setting and attaining your beautiful goal. And I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7 for another round of morning mindfulness. Thank you. Create a wonderful day.